Hey Capricorn, it's Jen here from tarotspirit.net. I am doing a reading for you for, it's just a check-in. Maybe I'll call it an August check-in. I haven't even decided yet. And I was actually planning, this happened to me, I think oh, wow, that just came out from Libra. Oh shit, what was I just going to say? I don't know. Anyway. I already looked at the cards just so I could jump right into it. So first of all, at the bottom is this Four of Pentacles, and this is an Earth energy, and it's an energy of being very. I guess I kind of see it as a card of a little bit of obsessive behavior. So maybe a tiny bit of hoarding, but not in a. Don't they have a show called Hoarders where it's just houses that are messes because people can't get rid of stuff? But this isn't like that because you guys would never be that disorganized. This is being super tight with your money, being super tight with your generosity or your time, being super just rigid about how things have to be. Now, on the flip side, though, this is realizing if you're dealing with someone that's like that, is setting your own boundaries. Because when people have very, very strict, rigid boundaries and schedules, and I don't fit, so this is the thing. Some people can be very neat and they're just neat. And I have a friend, she's actually a Capricorn, and she will just putter. She's one of those people who can't sit still. It's very hard for her to relax. She just has a very she just needs to be doing something. It's just the way she is. So if I'm over at her house, she will just be puttering the whole time, and she likes it. She doesn't look at her partner and go, he never helps out. Like it's what she's happy doing. It's the thing where I need to have everything just one way, and everyone else around me needs to too, or else I don't feel okay and I'm gonna lose it. It's this false sense of control. And those people don't tend to respect other people's boundaries because having things exactly the way they want them is just all consuming for them. And so that's the type of person that usually doesn't respect someone else's boundaries because that's how they try to manage. They try to manage their internal anxiety and stress externally, and you can get sucked into it. So if you're dealing with this type of person, it's very difficult to establish boundaries, but that's really what needs to happen in order to not be disrespected. And they won't see it because they're so caught up in it's like their whole facade will crumble if they couldn't. It's kind of an addiction, really. It is. It's an obsession. It's doing something obsessively to try to. I'm not a trained mental health professional, so this is just my sort of take on the energy I'm getting. But it still doesn't make you or the other person happy if there's some sort of compulsive behavior going on. It just look at neither of these people are happy, and they're missing opportunities because you can see they're both looking down. They're not looking up, and they're not engaged with the world. They're not. They're closed off. They both have their arms crossed in front of them, like kind of protecting their solar plexus. She's sort of almost in the fetal position. She's all curled up. Now we do have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about childhood. It's about nostalgia. And the boy, trauma's coming up for these readings. childhood trauma. Maybe you had a parent that was like this, and then you married someone like this. This was Sag or Libra, because those are the only ones I've done. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe a little bit of both, because this theme seems to be coming up. Um, and how is that playing out in your life now? Are you recreating that? Some people don't have any idea that they've become the parent, the negative part of the parent that they hated, they rebelled against, that traumatized them, and now they're doing the same behavior. Like we can't even see it, that we're doing that. Or we may have been in denial about it, and maybe that's coming up. Maybe there's a homecoming. Maybe you need to go home for some reason and reconnect with people. And it's interesting to come in and look at the dynamic, and almost as an observer, and sort of see if you can get some hints about it. This is also, though, a card about that this takes a tremendous amount of energy to try to control everything and everyone and every situation, and just be very focused on external things versus healing your inner child. And what's really important, is it really important that there's never a dish in the sink, which takes you time away from your kids or your significant others or doing things you like to do. If that really, I mean, if you really can't relax if there's a glass in the sink, I don't know. You just might want to look at how like any addiction, how do you feel if you can't have alcohol at the end of the day, right? How do you, it's a similar, I think, again, I'm not a mental health professional, a similar kind of motivation to externally reach for something, do something to try to control internally. But it's really within us. So there's new thinking from you around these types of situations, basically. And you're seeing things crystal clear, and you're able to cut it. This Ace of Swords gets to the truth of the matter. It cuts away everyone's story and the narrative you've been hearing forever, and is able to look at things very objectively, and it gets to the bottom line. Bottom line, that behavior was not okay. Bottom line, that behavior really upset me and scared me. Bottom line, this is negatively affecting my relationships, things like that. And I see you really motivated to move forward. It's an interesting energy. It's kind of maybe you'd been depressed and closed off, and now you feel open. I mean, this is Leo energy. This King of Wands, he is ready to take action, to be out in the world. He's an extrovert. He's motivating. He's inspiring. So it's like something's really inspiring you. You just heard something just right, or saw something just right, or something just occurred to you in the right way in your brain for you to see something in a whole new light and be able to release it, and then be happy to move forward and realize you're not tied to what happened to you in the past. You have everything you need right now to manifest the life you want, happiness, whatever it is. I'm not talking about if you have like severe depression, like clinical depression. I don't want you to minimize that. Please see mental health provider. But if you're just been like lazy and blah, and you still should probably, I think everyone should go to therapy. But maybe you've just kind of got stuck in a rut, or you've been around someone that's been exhausting you, and maybe you're moving on from that. But you want to enjoy the simple things in life. You are having the perspective that some of the things that you or other people see as vital, desperate things, not to have a glass in the sink, really in the grand scheme of things does not mean jack squat. And Jack squat. I don't know where that came from. This is, I just want to sit out on the deck. I just want to go for a walk. Here's the compulsive thing. I have to do this. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't feel like going for a walk. I'm like, no, I got to get out there. And I realize I have to give myself permission just to walk. I don't need to speed walk. I don't need to have some sort of time. I don't need to, you know what I mean? It's like, just walk and go the pace you want to go, Jen. Like, you need to give yourself permission to have boundaries within. So, boundaries within yourself. The drive, like there's just too much drive there that it's kind of driving you and maybe other people crazy, or someone else around you has that. So you got the same card as Libra. Wedding. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-founded faith and love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. So now this is interesting. It's pointing towards maybe your marriage has gotten stale. And, well, if you're bringing in this energy, this is a very passionate energy together. That King of Wands and the Magician. Maybe you realize you guys have gotten into just this routine, maybe because you have children and you're just exhausted because it's just the grind, and you've come to some realization, some aha moment, and maybe you came to this together with your partner that, hey, we've got to stop just going through the motions and being a slave to everything and figure out a way to lighten things up and to get active and to get moving and to reconnect with each other as a couple, with the family, that doesn't involve keeping everyone on the schedule. I mean, yes, you have to do that, but is there a way to make it less, even if the schedule, how do I say this? Even if the schedule doesn't change, can I check my attitude in the morning instead of being like, come on, kids, you got to get down here and get your around. I got to get out, just with this underlying anxiety. And instead, is there a way to remove anxiety from the situation? What is that helping? Why do you feel the need to it's like you're trying to protect yourself with anxiety or deal with something with anxiety? And why is being stressed and tense and worried, that fear-based thinking, it isn't going to, if you're angry, or it's not even anger, it's like, come on, just this drive, this pushing. The kids will get up just as much. They're probably the exact same way, whether you're stressing yourself out and being tense or not. So it's just something to think about. I'm not sure if I'm explaining. I get kind of feelings, and it's hard to know if I'm explaining it. That makes any sense. So stop and smell the roses. It's okay. Most shit in this life doesn't matter. What really matters? Okay, thank you, Capricorn. Take care. Bye.